Youthful rebellion, impulsive decisions, and moments of defiance can turn ordinary days into unforgettable chaos. In these three gripping cases, what begins as seemingly minor situations spirals into a series of unexpected confrontations with the law, from a missing teenager found in the most unexpected circumstances, to a reckless driver caught in a web of half-truths, and finally, a group of juveniles pushing the limits of authority in a local store. These stories unravel the thin line between youthful mistakes and life-altering consequences. On the evening of May 2, 2024, officers in Rockbridge, Ohio responded to a troubling report. A 17-year-old girl had been missing for several days. Her parents, desperate for answers, suspected she was staying with her boyfriend. The stakes were high, as the girl was already on probation. Concerned for her safety, officers moved quickly to investigate.
Is that her sleeping on the floor?
I didn't look through the window.
Confirm it for me. Let her sleeping right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Their destination? A modest apartment where the missing teen was reportedly last seen. As officers knocked on the door, Trace, the alleged boyfriend of the missing girl, greeted them hesitantly.
She needs to come home. She needs to wake up and come home.
That's my girlfriend.
She needs to come home.
There were other individuals in the apartment. One of them, a girl, claimed the girl whom the cops were seeking was asleep, so the officers asked her so-called boyfriend to go wake her up.
She's not here right now. She's asleep.
Can I? She's sleeping there.
She's asleep.
Yeah,
Can you go wake her up?
yeah,
Yes.
She needs to come home.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
The policeman told the other girl present that the girl in question is a runaway and her presence is required at home. He added that she's on probation, but the girl claimed she's a visitor, so she didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, sorry. She's asleep.
They've been calling her for a few days and she ain't coming home. She's 17 and she's a runaway right now. No. She's probably going to end up sitting in juvie over this shit now because she's already on probation.
I was aware of that. I was just staying here, so I didn't know.
Gotcha.
While the officers were waiting outside the apartment, the situation got more tense as the boyfriend was unable to wake the girl up. Confused on what to do, the other girl comes outside to inform the cops of the situation. Alarm bells rang. Was this a medical emergency or something more?
Homeowner here?
I just tried to
Resident?
wake her up again, but she's not waking up. I don't know what to do. Like, we're just friends of Trace's. We're staying
I
here.
already asked and they said no.
She's not waking up? Okay, this is an emergency.
No, hey, you are not allowed to come in. You are not allowed to come in.
Surprisingly, the girl tried to obstruct the officers from entering the apartment, but officers, acting under the urgency of ensuring the teen's safety, entered the apartment. Now, why would she do that? It seems there's more to the sleeping girl than it meets the eye.
I'll search for her. You are not allowed to come in. Hey, get off my hands. Get off my hands. You are-
Get arrested. Come on. Wake up.
Baby, it's okay.
Sit up.
It's okay, baby.
Sit up or I'm calling an ambulance.
Initially cooperative, the boyfriend tried to explain the situation. He claimed his girlfriend had simply been staying over, unaware of the trouble brewing. However, when officers insisted on waking her up, tensions flared. The young man grew defensive, arguing they must treat her gently.
You better be good with my girl. You better be good with my girlfriend.
Sit up or I'm
Man, I
calling
swear to
an
God,
ambulance.
because you're APD or pricks.
Because if you're unresponsive, that's a medical issue. Are you unresponsive or are you going to talk to me?
Baby, you're okay.
We have her as unruly from her.
They don't want to go that route, but she's already on probation, and we will if she needs to.
Okay.
Since we're going the route, she's not even complying with us now. I think that's
Baby,
pretty
you're
good.
okay.
Alright, stand up.
As officers attempted to stand the girl up, she barely stirred. Her boyfriend's protests turned into resistance. He claimed that she didn't run away.
You're going to be placed in custody for unruly.
Man, how is she unruly?
She's 17, she ran away.
She didn't run away, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Technically, she did.
Stop.
You know what? Fuck off, y'all, bro. Fuck they.
Alright,
Don't talk to that
you're being
bag.
detained.
When officers moved to detain him for harboring a runaway, he didn't pull away or shout at them. He stood calmly as the officers handcuff him and escort him to a patrol vehicle.
Don't talk to
Put your
that.
hands behind your back.
Yes, sir.
You're being detained for contributing to delinquency of a minor.
As the officer seats him at the back of his patrol car, he explained the reason for the arrest. Also, he read him his Miranda rights.
All right, as I explained, you're being detained for contributing to the delinquency of a minor. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney to have him present with you during questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer any statements or make any questions until your lawyer is present. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
All right.
After the lover boy and his girl were moved out of the apartment, the cops turned their attention to the other individuals present on the scene. Their goal was to find out if they are adults or teenagers, so they would know what to do with them. One of them was the defiant girl that tried to stop the cops from entering the apartment initially.
Fine.
Doing anything else here?
No, we're going to ID these two. If they're adults, we'll see if we're going to charge them. If they're underage, then we'll try to sort that all out.
He's 17, he's not an adult. I have his ID too, though.
You got ID?
Yeah, I have both of our IDs right here. But I just I don't know.
The defiant girl claimed to be an adult even though she looked nothing like one. When the cops asked to see some ID, she acted in a weird manner and couldn't produce any form of identification.
I get what you guys are doing, I think that's
We will hear you out. Establish your ID.
He's asked you 3 times.
I'm getting it, I'm getting it.
Stop
Lower your
yelling.
voice.
He's asked you 3 times. Get your ID.
I'm getting my ID.
Okay, just relax there.
Now the feds suspected something off about the defiant girl. Her behavior was erratic the whole time, and that could only mean one thing. Also, they perceived a strong smell of alcohol from her breath. Her response? Resistance and excuses. She claimed she just woke up and haven't been drinking. However, her bloodshot eyes and unsteady movements told another story.
Abigail, what have you been drinking if you're under the age of 21?
I've not been drinking, so.
I smell alcohol in your breath. What do you have alcohol?
You probably smell alcohol in the room, it's not been me, so.
No, I can smell it coming from your breath.
It's literally not, I've not been drinking. I just woke up, what time is it?
Now, to confirm their suspicions, the cops asked her to perform a sobriety test. As expected, the sobriety test confirmed their suspicions.
Do not move your head. Follow with your eyes and your eyes only. All the way out here.
As officers attempted to arrest her for underage drinking, she argued with every step, and that forced them to use controlled measures to ensure the situation didn't spiral further.
You gotta look at my finger. You're not looking.
I'm.
Okay. You're under arrest for underage consumption of alcohol.
Can you guys listen? I was looking at your finger.
Where's your blue phone?
It's on the couch. I was looking at your finger.
You're under arrest for underage consumption of alcohol.
Despite her protests, the officers explained the consequences of her actions. This was a result of the choices she made, and the cops were there to enforce the law.
No, I'm.
You are.
No,
We're gonna walk
oh my fucking god, bro!
Relax. Don't do anything stupid, please.
You guys are so fucking stupid, bro. Y'all don't even know where my shoes are at.
The teens were taken into custody. Trace faced charges of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, while the defiant girl was charged with underage consumption, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct.
I'm really sorry. I'm sorry.
The investigation uncovered sufficient evidence to charge both individuals. The female teenager and the aggressive individual were presented in court, where they faced charges of disorderly conduct, resisting an officer, and interference with official acts.
In court, their behavior was scrutinized. The teens' repeated defiance and Trace's attempt to shield his girlfriend away from the law highlighted the gravity of their actions. For the girl, the incident served as a wake-up call about the importance of responsibility and the consequences of poor decisions.
These charges reflected the disruptions and challenges they had caused during the investigation. The officers' actions throughout the incident demonstrated their commitment to maintaining public safety and ensuring that the law was upheld despite the difficulties they faced.
Late one evening, Officer Coster of the Crystal Lake Police Department responded to multiple complaints about a vehicle swerving dangerously on the road. The driver, identified as 18-year-old Ellie, pulled over without incident. As the officer approached, Ellie appeared nervous, a hint of stress already visible in her demeanor.
I'm sorry, hello.
Hi, miss. I'm Officer Costa with Crystal Lake Police Department. We're just talking to you because we got a couple complaints that you might have been swerving on the road, or
I don't think I was.
you don't think you were?
No.
Maybe it was a phone. You're on your phone or for something. Or
No, I'm just a bad driver. I failed
You're
my
a bad
driving
driver?
test twice.
okay.
The officer asked her to step out of the vehicle for further questioning. Ellie complied, placing her back against the patrol car as requested. When asked if she had consumed alcohol or any other substances that could impair her driving, she firmly denied it.
This officer is going to ask you some questions, okay?
So have you been drinking at all tonight? No. You just maybe on your phone or something?
Maybe, yeah.
Where are you coming from?
Carrie, I'm on my music a lot.
Your music? Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
I can check.
She claimed she had been sober from alcohol for 6.5 months. However, when pressed about marijuana, she admitted to having used it 1 or 2 days prior, but she insisted it wouldn't have affected her driving that night.
Have you had any alcoholic beverages today?
No, I have been sober for 6.5 months.
Okay. What about marijuana? Any marijuana today? Okay. When was the last time you smoked marijuana?
I'm sober from alcohol, but not marijuana. But
Okay.
marijuana was probably like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yesterday or 2 days ago.
As the conversation continued, the officer noticed something alarming. She saw a bottle of vodka in the driver's side door, but Ellie's demeanor shifted dramatically. She immediately denied having anything like that in her car.
When you opened your door, I saw the bottle of vodka that's in your driver's side of your door.
I don't have any.
Okay. Well, I saw it.
Well,
hold on. I don't want you reaching in your car.
Well,
Okay.
you could open the door.
Okay,
and
I'll
see
open
it.
the door. You can stand with Officer Costa.
When the policewoman goes back to her car to have a proper look, Ellie's claims became evidently false. She found a can of alcohol in her car.
So, okay. So now we have a problem, okay?
What?
I have a really big problem.
What?
Okay. Now we're not cool.
Why?
Okay. And I'll explain to you why we're not cool. Because I saw it there.
I promise you it wasn't
Dear.
there.
The officer assured her that the observation was made in plain view, giving probable cause to search the vehicle. Ellie's protests grew louder and more defiant. Inside the car, officers found not only the vodka bottle, but also a small pipe containing marijuana residue.
Everything's on video, okay?
Okay.
So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you stand by with these officers and I'm gonna search your vehicle.
You don't have the warrant to do that.
Actually, I have probable cause because I observed alcohol.
You don't have warrant to do that.
Because I observed
I have a
alcohol.
right.
After several minutes of explaining to her why they need to search her car, Ellie remained defiant, refusing to let them. The officer calmly explained the legal concept of plain view and probable cause, but Ellie refused to back down. As a result, the cop placed her in handcuffs.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm
You can't.
gonna give you one opportunity right now.
You can't search my
What
car
is your-
without a warrant.
Ellie, it's all on body cam.
You can't search my car
Yes,
without a
we can.
warrant. No, you
Okay.
can't.
Turn around. Turn around.
Do not handcuff me.
We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
Chill. Turn around.
Please don't handcuff me. I'll go with them to the car.
Ellie, 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 Ellie,
don't handcuff me.
Ellie.
We already spoke about this. We gave you the option.
Don't handcuff me. I'll go to the car with them right now. Please.
You have my hand?
I'll go to the car with them right now. Please. don't
Ellie.
handcuff
Ellie,
me.
we're not gonna do
Ellie.
this. We're not gonna do this.
Ellie,
Here.
stop. You got her?
I can't be handcuffed. Please, I'm trying to walk to the
Ellie,
car. I can't
stop.
be handcuffed.
Stop.
Ellie was placed in the police patrol car but not without a fight. She resisted and screamed on top of her voice as the officers moved her from her car to theirs.
I'll sit in this car if you please take the handcuffs off.
Well, I cannot have you unhandcuffed. It's my policy. I can get fired for it.
I will stay in this car the entire time.
Well, I'm gonna need you to sit in the car anyway, but I promise. Thank you.
I just.
Okay. Chill.
You don't know.
Listen.
I didn't even do anything wrong.
Once restrained and placed in the patrol car, Ellie's emotional outbursts reached a fever pitch. She cried and her voice oscillated between anger and despair.
I give you not permission to
Stop
touch
yelling.
me.
Ellie,
I don't
Ellie,
give you
Ellie.
permission to touch me. I don't give you permission to touch me. I don't give you permission to touch
Ellie.
me. I don't give you permission to touch me.
Ellie's behavior became so disruptive that the officers considered using a restraining device called the wrap, but they continued to de-escalate verbally, urging her to calm down.
2, 3. Set her up. Knee back, knee back.
Forward.
Knee in her back.
You guard!
Ellie, if you continue to dig your nails into me...
I'm gonna dig them as deep as you're digging those fucking handcuffs into me, you dick!
At the station, Ellie provided a breath sample, revealing a blood alcohol concentration of 0.091, well over the legal limit for an underage driver. The evidence against her was mounting.
Ellie eventually provided a breath sample that indicated a blood alcohol concentration of 0.091.
In addition to DUI, Ellie faced charges for several charges. As the officers processed her at the station, Ellie continued to plead for leniency. Despite her protests, the night's events had set the course for a legal battle ahead. Ellie's case serves as a cautionary tale of how one poor decision can spiral into a series of consequences far more serious than initially anticipated.
She was charged with driving under the influence, aggravated battery to a peace officer, resisting, obstructing, DUI with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08 or more, illegal transportation or possession of alcohol, retail theft, and illegal possession of liquor by a person under 21 years old.
While she remains innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, Ellie's erratic behavior and the mounting evidence painted a sobering picture of a night gone terribly wrong. A seemingly ordinary evening at a Kroger in Savannah turned turbulent when a group of juveniles, reportedly causing a disturbance, drew the attention of local police. The scene, initially described as a group of teenagers lounging on patio furniture and breaking items, quickly escalated into a confrontation with law enforcement.
What is y'all doing?
We just saying...
Okay, but they don't saw y'all breaking stuff. Sir, get up.
Hey, wake him up. Wake him up.
Sir.
My nigga ain't did nothing. He
Get
just
up.
sitting there the whole time.
Sweetheart, if you ain't do nothing, be quiet.
Damn.
Upon arrival, officers observed a chaotic scene. Broken wine bottles littered the area, and the juveniles appeared unruly, refusing to comply with the officers' request to leave the premises. One officer attempted to address the group calmly. She urged them not to make this harder than it has to be.
That man's swamp. He ain't hard to fix. Come on, come on, y'all. We finna leave.
What you say? Y'all come here. Don't make this harder than what it has to be because y'all old enough to go. So sit down and listen to what we gotta say.
Despite the officers' efforts, one of the teens became argumentative. The officers maintained their composure, but the teens continued to resist, with one even refusing to get up from the patio furniture. One of them even declared that he won't move out until he ties his shoe.
Out. We waiting on that. Outside. I don't care if you waiting on you leave. Okay? Not too much of my sister though. Let's go. Tie my shoe. I don't worry about it. I'm not worried about your shoe. You can tie that outside.
As the situation grew more volatile, the officers had no choice but to begin detaining individuals. One teen resisted by pulling away and shouting, prompting the officer to threaten them with handcuffs.
You ain't working nowhere. You ain't working nowhere.
Let's go.
You ain't working nowhere.
Let's go. Time to
You
go.
ain't working nowhere.
Are you his parent?
I'm not his parent.
All right, then let's go.
Yeah, his parent. Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna put you in handcuffs in a minute. Do you understand that?
Another officer, attempting to de-escalate, addressed a different teen. She tried talking to him calmly and asked him to cooperate so they'll get things sorted out. Teenager hesitated, muttering something unintelligible before ultimately providing her name.
Come here. Come here, sweetie. Sweetie. Come here. What's your name? I don't got a name. Listen here, sweetie. Let's not make this harder than what it has to be.
No, my listening on the couch
I
the whole
understand,
time.
but y'all together, I'm getting everybody's name. Everybody else cooperating, you cooperate as well. What's your
My
name?
name's Kayla.
However, tensions remained high. When one of the juveniles began resisting further, an officer tried to place him in handcuffs. The teen lashed out, yelling at the officer to get off him. The officer firmly responded by asking him to stop resisting, or things will get worse for him.
I'm not his parent.
All right, then let's go.
Yeah, his parent. Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna put you in handcuffs in a minute. Do you understand that?
Don't touch him again.
Excuse me. He's gonna listen or he's gonna go in handcuffs. Now let's go.
As backup arrived, the officers worked quickly to gain control. They tried to get everyone outside by moving them out one by one.
No, my listening on the couch
I
the whole
understand,
time.
but y'all together, I'm getting everybody's name. Everybody else cooperating, you cooperate as well. What's your
My
name?
name's Kayla.
Outside. I don't care who you're waiting on. Outside.
46 now.
One teen, determined to retrieve his belongings, repeatedly attempted to move away from the officers. When the officer instructed him to stay still, the teen refused, escalating the confrontation further.
I'm trying to get my ball. No. Put your hand behind your back. I'm trying to get my ball. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Now. Put your hands behind your back. No, you're not listening to me. What is wrong with you? I gave you orders.
The confrontation, captured on body cameras, showed the challenging balance officers face when dealing with minors. While trying to maintain public safety, they must also navigate the complexities of youthful defiance and ensure the teen's well-being.
I don't give a what the I don't give a f. Get the f off me. Fuck wrong with you? Man, nigga, get the f off me. Now we're down to 2 7 units and 18. One's wanting to fight with me.
By the end of the encounter, several juveniles were in custody, charged with felony obstruction and disorderly conduct. Officers later explained that they gave the teens multiple chances to leave peacefully, but their resistance left no other option.
Get off of me or you're going to cuff too.
Get down.
Hey, y'all, bud. No,
This incident serves as a reminder of the importance of guiding today's youth toward better decision-making. The officers' actions, while firm, demonstrated their commitment to resolving the situation with as little force as possible. For the juveniles involved, the encounter may serve as a turning point, emphasizing the real consequences of their actions.
Whatever what they said.
Boss man, go ahead and put your lighter down for me.
Stand up. If I'm just sitting down playing.
Behind your back. You're going to be under arrest too.
What the f I do?
Battery on a Leo.
Battery on a why I didn't touch nobody?
Yeah, you did.
Who?
It's on his body camera and the Kroger
Who I
camera.
touched?
As the investigation continues, the suspects remain presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This case underscores the need for community efforts to provide support and structure for at-risk youth, ensuring they avoid situations like this in the future.
Sweet.
Y'all not taking both
Go,
of
boy.
them.
Sweet dog, boy. I didn't touch not a damn person.
I ain't even doing
I'm not gonna do a step on my phone. Let him handcuff you. Don't do this. Man, what the f you mean? I didn't touch you.